Welcome to another video where I actually tell you the real truth about the MTN Fiber X. As you can see, I work with Fiber X, so I actually know what this is all about. So what I want to be answering to this is MTN Fiber X, does it use 4G or 5G network? So before I answer that question, I want to just show you my router here. I feel like I show this in every video. I use this is the 5G router, right? MTN 5G router, and this router can do both 4G and 5G. So here's the thing. For my experience, there's no difference. Like, there's no real difference, right? Like, to me, the 4G, I've tested the 4G speeds, tested the 5G speeds, and it's basically the same. Like, it's about the same. Like, there's no real difference. So for this one, I feel like the only time maybe you might see the difference if you go to a place where 5G is really supported. Like, obviously it writes 5G here, and almost some phones that are 5G phones now, it writes 5G, but in your local place where you are, 5G might not really be supported there. It's 5G network, but the network is still moving like it's 3G, right? That type of stuff. So if you go to somewhere that 5G is really supported, like maybe some high-end place or some place that the network infrastructure there is very good, then maybe you might, like at least I might notice the difference. But in my own personal experience, I haven't noticed the difference. And it's the exact same thing for MTN Fiber X, because this MTN Fiber X has two networks, so it has the 4G and the 5G network. But in my own opinion, the network they are practically the same thing. Technically, the 5G is supposed to be faster, but from my own opinion, experience, I've tested both, and it's practically the same thing. So it's just on your phone though, it's to show like 5G network, but when you connect to it, the internet speed is about the same. So it's not necessarily about the 4G or the 5G, because how Fiber X actually works is it uses fiber optic cable. So this is the fiber cable, if you are curious. So this end of the fiber cable goes to your router, while this other end of the cable goes to the network pole. So this cable is what is supplying the network. So as long as the network is moving through this cable, and also the speed you paid for is what determines it. So like if you paid for 50 Mbps, your speed is going to be 50 Mbps if you use 4G or 5G. If you paid for 20 Mbps, your speed is going to be 20 Mbps if you use 4G or 5G. If you paid for 300 Mbps, your speed is going to be 300 Mbps if you paid for 4G or 5G. So I feel like they just put it there just for branding or marketing sake. But in my own personal experience, it's not like the difference isn't much. But now, don't get it wrong. This is not to say the network is slow by any means. Don't mistake it for that. Because what separates Fiber X from your standard router is like this one. First of all, is unlimited, and secondly is the speed. So this one you're paying for bandwidth. You buy 1 gig, and once 1 gig ends, your data is finished. You buy 10 gig, once 10 gig ends, the data is finished. This one is unlimited. You're paying for the speed. So for 30 days, you can browse as much as you want. So the basic speeds are 50 and 20 Mbps, but don't think they are slow by any means. They are still very fast. But if you're someone that is more like a very heavy user, maybe you stream like games or you upload videos or something like really tasking on the internet, I would advise you go for the higher Mbps plans, because this Fiber X can go as high as 1 Gbps, which is just insane. Like 1 Gbps is crazy. So you can go for something as high as that, but maybe that might be overkill for you. So you might go for maybe like a 100 Mbps plan or a 200 or 300 Mbps plan, depending on what you feel is convenient for you. But if you're just like a basic, casual, day-to-day user, then 50 Mbps or 20 Mbps is probably going to be fine for you. So once again, just to answer the question, is MTN Fiber X, is it 4G or 5G? It's both at the same time. It's neither. It's both, because on the network you'll see both the 4G and the 5G. So at the same time, it's neither, because it doesn't really matter. It's like the speed is just fast.